I'm Bill Landis with the Northeast Ohio Media Group, and I'm joined by the Padua Franciscan Bruins football team. To my left, we have Coach Tony Shuman, safety wide receiver colin-fyock, and lineman andrew-lucci. Coach, you look ahead to the 2014 season, 4-6 last year. What needs to change to turn that record around and get this team to the playoffs?
Well, Bill, I think we've been on a journey here over the last couple of years. This senior class came in their 8th grade year. We had just finished our 4th straight year in the playoffs. Pretty successful run, and that's a big part of the reason they're at Padua, and that's something we've been talking about, is the pursuit to get us back on top. And we took a huge step forward last season, and playing week 10 against a conference rival to get into the playoffs, we were relevant once again. We did not take care of business in that game, but gives us left a little on the table, and our guys are hungry, and I think the off-season work and the extra year of experience for our big senior class is going to help pave the way to what should be a very successful season.
Colin, Coach touched on the way last season ended. You guys are one game away basically from reaching the playoffs. How much do you guys talk about that? How big of a motivating factor is that for you?
How much we talked about it, it's something that a lot of us coming back to play, we experienced it, but we don't touch on it too much. It was a lesson that we learned, and now we just have to build off that. And we want to leave a good legacy at Padua, and we know we need to do more than what we did last year.
Andrew, a very large senior class in Padua this year. I think Coach said it was 30 seniors. Being a member of that class, what does that do for you guys, that experience, that leadership? How does having that many seniors on your roster help you?
Well, all the seniors help us with just the amount of competition that are with all the classes, not just the senior class, but also the junior class and our sophomore class coming up. A lot of competition. The experience brings out the best in all of our classes.
Coach, for people who haven't seen Padua, what can we expect offensively and what can we expect defensively from you guys?
Well, first of all, we look at the game kind of three-sided, so offense, defense, special teams, and we tend to be pretty aggressive on all three sides. Starting on the offense, we're bringing back some linemen with experience, and we have between all three classes some good size. We think that should be a strength. But more than anything, when you bring back a quarterback that's played the last couple of years and he's getting pushed by some of our underclassmen, we look forward to having a balanced offense. A guy in Tony Liana who carried the rock quite a bit for us last year is a guy that we expect to man a lot of carries for us. So being able to have that balanced but yet aggressive offense out of a lot of sets. Special teams with Dan Madden, experienced kicker, punter, who's one of the better guys in the area, is going to lead the way for us in that department. And then defensively, Coach Comer and his crew will be in an attack style 4-3 defense. So really, more than anything, we like to play aggressive, let the kids have a little bit of fun, and try to create some big plays for ourselves.
Colin, the North Coast League, one of the best leagues around. Talk about the challenges week in and week out you guys face against that schedule.
A lot of the teams are the same. There's really no easy week once you get into league play, and you just have to stay focused, and you have to take care of business every day, because every day needs to be game reps.
Andrew, I know every game's important, but is there one in particular each year that you guys circle as the game you look forward to the most?
Not really. We look at every week individually and say that we need to focus on this team before we go into the next week, because if we overlook a team, if we look onto like week 2 or week 3, not worry about week 1, then we're not mentally and physically prepared for week 1.
I'm sure you like that answer, Coach.
That sounds like a coach answer.
Yeah.
Really good. But realistically, he's right. We try to put a non-conference schedule that's going to be challenging, that when you do win those games, they're games that can boost you into the playoffs. And we try to play schools that are football communities. You're going to go to big stadiums, packed houses, and they care an awful lot about their football. And like Colin said, when you get in the North Coast League play, there is not one easy game. Every game seems like it's your backyard rival, that they're 2 miles away. And it plays like that whether a team's having a great season or a rough season. So they are all huge. Some schools that we've played longer or they're closer to us, but really they're all really big ones for us.
And we'll let you guys go on this question. Coach, if you could pinpoint one area in which you'd like to see the most improvement this season, what would it be?
Well, the one area I'd say is win the big moments and big play battle of every game. And I think we've done that better over the last couple seasons. But that, to me, when you are in some one-touchdown games or games that get decided in the fourth quarter, if we can win the big play battle and or the big moment battle more often than not, then that really is going to push us over the edge into what should be a very successful and playoff season.
All right, well, we look forward to some good football to you guys in 2014. Thanks so much for joining me. And be sure to keep it tuned in to cleveland.com throughout the 2014 football season.